Morning. Today we're going to make New England style baked beans. So stick around. For this one, hi. Today we're going to make New England baked beans. Um, oh, it's a Labor Day weekend. It's my last day before I go back to work tomorrow. My wife wants to go out for a small little hike, but she also wanted me to smoke some ribs, being that that's an all-day thing. Um, I'm taking a recipe my mom gave me, and also a bean pot that my mom gave me years back ago. To and being that the ribs take so long to cook, I'm going to capitalize on all that heat and use my smoker grill here also to cook the baked beans. So something a little different, easy enough to do, but anyhow, I'm going to show you how I do that. Okay, I've got a pound of dried navy beans that I've had soaking overnight. Rinsed the water off a little bit ago and then put fresh water in there. And I'm going to go ahead and just put them in the pot and cook them for about an hour, I think. What you want to do is I'm going to just keep them at a simmer for about an hour, just enough to where if you got a small spoonful of them and you blow across it, you can watch the skin on the bean wrinkle. And that's what I'm looking for with this. So like I said, it should take about an hour to do. After that, we'll come back and check on it and then get it started back here on the smoker and everything. I still got to round up some wood and get my fire started and everything for that too. So while the beans are cooking, that gives me time to do that. Right. So I'll get back with you. Okay, let's take a peek on our beans. It's been 25 minutes or so. Oh yeah, they're doing okay. I do like to scrape the foam off. Oops, got to run away. Nope, not yet. Alright, well, we'll let them keep going, and like I said, it should take about an hour, so it's only been 25 minutes, so call it half an hour, but they're doing nicely. Okay, it's been right at an hour. The beans I pulled off of the fire down on the little stove probably about 10 minutes ago, and I've just got the pot sitting up here just soaking in the hot water for a second. I wanted to try to film the wrinkling of the bean when it was ready, but it wasn't coming out too good. I don't see so good anymore without my glasses, and every time I stuck my face close to the spoon, my glasses fogged up. So none of it was working out. But just trust me, there's just kind of a pre-cook on the beans, and the holes are starting to crack just a little bit, and the skin is still intact on the bean, but it's just starting to absorb some of the water from the inside. So I did want to show you the pot real quick. My mom, we're all New Englanders. My dad's retired Army, and he just retired down here in the South, but I grew up down here since an early teenager, so I'm kind of conflicted. I'm kind of a New Englander by birth, but a Southerner otherwise, minus the heat and humidity. I really don't like summer. Not here anyhow, but I think about New England quite a bit. So anyhow, I'm going to go off on a weird tangent. My mom, one of the times that they went back home to visit family, brought me back this bean pot, and I've had it quite some time now. Just recently have I started doing it from outside, but I wanted to show you the pot, except for it's upside down. But you can read that, official New England bean pot. It's been a pretty good one. I've made several pots of beans out of it, and you know, it's been a really good crock. I'm really afraid that I'm going to break the lid though. It's overly thin, and as you can see, it's got quite a good patina from smoke. But okay, so give me just another second here to get myself set up a little bit better. I'm going to try to move the camera and get a better angle maybe, but anyhow, we're going to start putting this together, and then I got to still start a fire. I'm kind of dragging a little bit on that part because the beans I want to cook for 6 to 7 hours, and I'm doing country ribs, not a full slab of ribs, and I'm going to let them go 4.5 hours, so there's a timing. We want to eat about 6 tonight, so I'm a little bit early on any of that, but it'll be all right. Okay, so I'm going to place, get a layer of beans going in the bottom here. No, these are navy beans. You can use also Great Northern. I've tried it a couple times with Great Northern, and the hull's a little bit tougher than the navy beans. So taste-wise, it was okay, but just texture-wise, I think I liked it better with the navy beans. So I got a small layer of beans in there, and then I'm supposed to put some salt pork in there. Yesterday when we were at Piggly Wiggly, I could not find any salt pork. Could you believe that? A pig store and no pork. So, so I got a pig jowl, a smoked pig jowl that I sliced up to make as a substitute. It'll be okay. And then just another layer of beans. Yeah, let's see how we're doing. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get that there. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. And some of the water. This ought to be fun. Okay, put that in there right now. Okay, then my seasonings. I'm going to put my dry ingredients in first. I don't think it was necessary, but let's see, half a teaspoon of ground mustard. And kind of shallow. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Okay, maybe 3/4. Also, half a teaspoon of salt, and I've got pink Himalayan. I don't think it really matters on the salt, but this was just what I grabbed out of the cabinet. And put that in there. Another thing is, okay, there we go, another layer of the salt pork / pig jowl, and I'm going to put the rest of the beans in here before I put the other ingredients in, which isn't much more than 2 more ingredients, so it's and that's about as much as I'm going to get out of there. I'm going to save this water because throughout the cooking process you might need to add a little bit more water. So. Okay. And 3 tablespoons of molasses, which I think is going to do me right there. If I can get it open. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to go find something to open this with. Okay, the molasses kind of acted like a welding agent and sealed the lid up. 3 tablespoons, and I'm thinking that's going to be right at about it, so I'm going to just dump the remainder of the jar in there and just call it that. And should have went and got a little spatula while I was there. But I'm going to seal this for a quick second, just flip it upside down and come back to it as it drains down. The other ingredient is also 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, and then that is it. I was going to, when I started babbling earlier, you'll see, as the seasons change, so does my food. So, you know, I think more spicy stuff as we get closer to the summer. In the winter time, I start finding more interest in like European foods, New England foods, places where there really was a cold climate. I don't know why. It's just, but anyhow, it's just one of the little oddities I've noticed about myself. I'll start thinking, in the hot months, I'll think spicier foods. I'll start thinking southwestern dishes. I'll start thinking sometimes some Asian stuff with the spicy food, but not too much. Just an oddity of mine. All right, so let's get back to that and let that dump pour out. And I don't really think I'm going to get too much more out of it than that. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. Alright, so that's really it. Put the lid on it, and then once I get the smoker up to temperature, then we'll put it on there and start counting down. Okay, so I'm fixing to put my coals in. One thing I wanted to explain, what I used to do a lot of times with my smoker, and being that I live in the woods, I got plenty of supply of wood, But I like to, most of the time, lay some wood pieces down and then pour my coals over top of it. It just helps get some of that woodsy smoke right away. And at the same time, I don't use the charcoal so much for a complete source of heat, and I put really very little charcoal, and most of the time I'm cooking it's with real wood pieces. Charcoal just kind of maintains the heat for me, and then the wood is what I'm burning mostly. But I'm fixing to put the charcoal in. I just wanted to explain that real fast. Okay, and my charcoal, which I am going to change hands real quick. That'll be better. Pour right in over top of them wood pieces I was showing you a second ago. And I usually will start off with about a quarter of a damper. And I've got both the grills. I almost will never put it over there. I usually put it about a quarter way. It overlaps here, but it's the quickest way I can get wood and additional coals in there when I need to. So let me let that heat up. I'm going to probably set the bean pot right here in the beginning, but you'll see as we cook that I'm going to move it closer to the back and then move the ribs over here. So give me that about 5 minutes or so to get the bean pot over here. And okay, so the grill's up to about 280 degrees right this second. I'm going to go ahead and put the beans on and try to maintain a 300 degree temperature. Periodically, maybe once every 45 minutes to an hour or so, I'll come by and check on the wood and stuff and feed it. I should have explained a little bit better in the last little segment there that the wood pieces, when I put them down for smoke and stuff, that's mostly for the meat. I could, for the bean portion of it, I really don't have a preference. Preferably not so much because it's hard to clean back off the pot. So anyhow, I don't care about smoke right now. It's what I'm really trying to say. So I'm going to go ahead and put the beans on. And, just set that right in there. And it's going to cook for at least 6 hours, probably closer to 7. And like I said, periodically we'll check on it. So that's pretty much it until dinner time. Okay, the beans have been on for about 2.5 hours now. They're doing pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and slide the pot a little further back and then put the ribs on. And I need to be careful about that because the temperature probe, I've ruined a turkey once impaling them. And I'm going to go ahead and put the ribs on now. I just put some new wood down on the fire a few minutes ago, so it's flaring up pretty good. These are country style ribs. And I'm going to let them cook about 4.5 hours. Alright. Pretty good. Alrighty, I'm going to pull everything off of here. I think it is now 10 after 5. Beans been on since 10 o'clock, so it's been the 7 hours for it. The ribs are, I'm pretty sure, done, and then I just got some corn I was roasting up also. So I'll put that up there for kind of a mess. You know, I don't have a lot of table and stuff. Okay. There's them. And here, Ruthie.
Yeah.
You got that?
What am I doing? Grabbing this?
Yeah.
Putting it on the table?
Yeah. There's the bean pot. See what I mean? How black it gets. Most of that won't. Well, most of it will come off, but not. It'll still leave some of it behind. And corn. So, give me one more second to. I really want to show you the beans. That's what this whole thing was about. So, I'm going to bring everything up to the top of the deck where we're going to have dinner tonight, and show you the beans right before we're turning all this off. So, thank you. Here, Ruthie, if you can grab the corns. Okay, I hope I can do this well. So, bear with me. I'm going to try to zoom in slowly. Oops, wrong direction. Alright, here we go again. Zoom in some more. Sorry about that. Okay. And look at them little fellers. Oh. There we go. Where'd you go? Yeah, okay. Right. New England style baked beans. And I'll hope to get a better camera angle here in a second. I just wanted to show you them as they sit in the pot. And I've only got the one camera out right now, so. Okay, give me your plate, Goofy. Tell me when.
That's good. I'll start with that.
Really? Just that?
Just that. What are you going to do with that bacon?
You want it?
No, leave it in there because that'll keep flavoring
Yeah,
on,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
Give me the small here.
Yeah, some of these are, they
I
look
don't care.
crispy, but they're
I'll
not.
take
They're,
it.
okay, they're just heavily smoked. Okay.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah. Okay, so there's that.
Okay. And a small. I
That'll
don't
be
care
this
how
guy.
burned it is.
Okay, so there you go.
Ooh,
There's yours.
Thank you.
Yeah. And hand me mine because I want to.
Yep.
Oops.
You need to.
Yeah. Sorry.
Here, come on this side.
Wait, well, no. Okay. Ooh, it's hot. Okay. See? There's some. Oops. There's some beans. Really nice. Alright.
Is this your mom's recipe?
Yes, it is.
I'll tell you what.
Give me that.
Can I say that?
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
got, your mom was a good cook, excellent cook, and it shows in you.
Oh. Well, thank you. And then I'll just let my corn sit for a second. Okay.
Don't clutter up the plate.
Excuse me.
All right.
Alrighty, let me try these beans now. Look at them. Oh, they're nice and tender. Very good, very good. Try some, Rufy.
I did. Oh, I got a piece of bacon.
Very good. So, I just want to say thank you for hanging out most of the day. It's been 7.5 hours, almost 8 hours now. So thanks for hanging out with me today. It's been some delicious beans. Looking forward to the rest of the meal. And we'll see you next time.